remember many times in my lifetime as a Browns fan since the move. So 80s, I remember a lot of these games. Pre-move, oh yeah, post-move, I don't ever remember. I'm trying to remember a time where it's like the Browns are going to win today. And if the Browns don't win today, it is a cataclysmic. Can't. This is a easy. Let's roll out the balls. Let's see what Deshaun Watson has today. Let's not trip over our face. Let's make sure that everybody's got their shoes tied on correctly. I mean, Tony, we're popping confetti. It's up to 12 and a half this morning. 12 and a half. So let's just start back. I mean, it's crazy. I think the Browns win by 14. Can you?
Yeah, I think they can definitely, as long as they just do what they're capable of doing.
Rare game. We've done a lot of these. It's not going to be as fun the next few weeks with the Ravens and Steelers. Do you think the Browns' loss today means Stefanski will be fired? I actually think it's going to really hurt. I do. I think this is a must-win game. Whoever just asked that question. Who asked that question? The clan who, well, I don't even know what your name is. They have to win this game. It's not that it's an AFC game. Of course not. It's not even a division game, of course. But, Tony, you can't lose this game. Can't lose this game.
I would say the only reason that it wouldn't is because the only way I can see them losing this game is turnovers. Yep. And I'm not really going to blame the coach for turnovers. No. So if there is a way where he comes in and has some atrocious game plan that doesn't work at all, then sure. But really the only way I see this going completely wrong is if we don't take care of the ball and the defense just implodes. And I wouldn't see any of that being on him. So I don't really see a way in that happening, but they need to find a way to get it done today.
For those who missed it, Clayton Tune will be making his NFL start today. There is no Kyler Murray. He'll be starting next week. So this is obviously that, and the other storyline, of course, is Watson. And Mr. 27 gets it right here. If he steps into his throws, he'll be fine. Since he's been back, he's thrown off his back foot. This is a great time, Mr. I'm just going to say this. I don't like to get into technicals of a quarterback because I've never been a quarterback, nor am a quarterback coach. But here's what I will say. His throws have got to do a lot better than they were against the Colts. I'm not expecting Tennessee Titans, but I'm expecting somewhere in between.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see because the week of practice, we don't get to see a lot. But he looked better. Clearly that Colts game, he wasn't ready. He came back. He felt the pressure to come back, which is nice. Like, you want to see that energy. But he just wasn't ready. The interception he threw, good decision, good throw. The Sean against Tennessee makes that throw with ease. He just didn't have the shoulder power to get it there. It gets intercepted. So if he's ready to go and his shoulder's good, I feel really comfortable about this one.
Zach, I do think Watson, I'll say he doesn't, I'm not going to say the phrase he figures it out. I'll say he's going to feel better going into the Ravens game. How about that?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if we're going to see, hey, oh my gosh, he's gliding in the air. I don't know if I'm going to see that. In fact, I can't even guarantee something close to that. What I can guarantee you is, even in a game where it's 20-16, the Browns win, it's like at least he got out there and he got to play a full game.
Yeah.
And that's actually kind of where we're at. And Zach, that's what I would say. It's really like baby walking. Baby has to crawl before it walks. That's kind of what I see here with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that fans need to accept is that it's not always easy when quarterbacks switch teams. So there's a good chance that we probably won't ever see that top 2, top 5 Deshaun that was in Houston, at least not this year. And that's all right. We don't need that Deshaun to win, even to win a Super Bowl. We just need him to be top 15, above average, and let the offense and the defense do the work. And I think he can play up to that Tennessee game. I feel very comfortable with him playing at that level. And I think by the end of the year, we'll get back to that level. Maybe today it is. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, I'll go on this on Tony's point. That's why it's so important he plays today, because you have a long stretch of games here coming up. So other things to look for in this game, let's see today if the Browns don't turn the ball over. They actually need to start practicing that, which is not a good phrase to say in the pros, but the Browns need to stop turning the ball over, Tony. I mean, they really need to start protecting the ball better.
Yeah. Having Deshaun instead of PJ should eliminate those bad decision turnovers. But even in that Colts game, I mean, it's tough because Deshaun was doing things that he didn't know what he couldn't do. But he made some bad decisions. And kind of what makes Deshaun great is his, reckless style. That's just what he always does. He gets out of the pocket. He makes things happen. So hopefully he can do that and continue to avoid hits and make smart decisions.
Lamo, I do think this is the lock of the day. There is no trap game here. It really isn't. Browns did not play well, and Watson has so much to prove. Watson has everything to prove today. There's no reason for Watson to overlook this game. So I actually don't see this as a trap game. I don't see anything here. The Rutgers game against Ohio State, trap written all over it. I don't see anything here, Tony. Nothing. Nothing that says, gosh, I think the Browns might lose this. They've got to, I mean, I can't say this enough. Have to win this game or we're going to flip out. There's a Cardinals fan who's very angry at us for not talking about the toughness of the Cardinals. I'm going to be frank. I think teams stick around because they don't take the Cardinals seriously. I get the feeling the Browns are going to take this game very seriously today. That's my belief.
Yeah, I think so too, because it is a pretty nice win. Like, we can get up to 5-3, take the pressure off of the next two games, because if they lose today, you really then have to go and take Baltimore and Pittsburgh, which is doable, but you don't ever want to put something in week 10 on the season and beating both your division rivals. So get a win today and then figure out how to get one of the next two, and you're in really good position.
Artificial Iverson, let's be nice. Let's not hope for injuries today. Let's just hope for a nice, clean game. All right, Tony, I don't really have my big prediction for this game is I think the Browns will obviously find a way to win. I actually think this is a day the defense tees off. I think I would not be surprised if you see a scoring 6 touchdown from the defense today. And I see this as a day where you really see the defense flex its muscles because they've been embarrassed too the last 2 games. So that's what kind of game I see here today. I see it 12.5 is a lot. So I'll say 24-10, somewhere in that range. They just barely cover. I don't see this game being a blowout. I hope I'm wrong. I would love to put my feet up by the third quarter, but I don't see this being this kind of game.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to just purely dominate them. I don't think their offense is going to be able to move the ball with no running backs and Clayton Tune. So I'll say 20-7. I think they only get 1 scoring drive.
Real quickly on the Cavs. So I thought Friday was a frustrating game. They play the Warriors tonight, old foe, old rival. Real quickly, Tony, thoughts on the Cavs as we come into Game 7 tonight?
It's time to get healthy. Last game was a good step. You could tell that first half it was kind of like, all right, Jared Allen's back, DG's back. And they were Jared Allen still only played 21 minutes. The first half was bad. They fought back in the second half, and then some turnovers at the end cost it. But it's not time to hit the panic button just yet because it's one game with everybody back. This is still Strus is there, Niang's there. So getting all of them integrated into their new roles. They showed a lot of good things. There were some definitely bad things they got to clean up, but not too worried yet. They got to start getting some wins, though.
I'll say this about the Cavs. Just because you have an open shot doesn't mean it's a good shot. Cavs have to start learning shot selection. LeVert should not have been taking the game-tying 3 there. I'm glad he got the ball in. It doesn't mean you have to necessarily shoot. Mitchell, Garland, those are the guys who want shooting 3s, or Strus at the end of the game, not LeVert. The Cavs have to do a better job out of timeouts. There's some little things they need to clean up, but I will say this. There's a lot of excitement about this team, too, and you can see it. There's a lot of frustrations. They haven't been healthy. There's a lot of excitement there, too. Rolf, you'll take us out. It's Watson's arm strength enough. Oh, my gosh. Rolf, if the Browns lose this game, then we have been fooled. This team is not what we thought it was. I'm going to be a little stronger than Tony. I did the math today. I don't see how the Browns make the playoffs losing the Cardinals. I don't. They have to win this game today. Really have to.
Yeah, it definitely gets harder if they don't, but just like the Browns could find a way to lose this game, they could also sneak out a win against the game they shouldn't. So crazy things happen, but they need to take care of business today.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Tony's being much more diplomatic than I am. BelieveInTheLand.com for all your Brown stuff. Go to BelieveInTheLand.com for all sorts of Guardians and especially Cavs stuff, as we'll be ramping up into the fall. Tony there, Billman here. Go Browns!
Go Browns!
We will see. I guess I'd say I will see you at halftime and after the game.